So this is a little story about Hickory before he became my horse. And he was for sale down in Texas, 2 states away from where I live. And the video you're looking at right now is the cowboy who had put him up for auction. And in this video right now, he's being bid upon by other people. I hadn't bid on him yet, and I wasn't about to until I went down to meet him. I wasn't there long, maybe half an hour. I got to see him, I got to ride him, got to look into his eyes. And this was after I had ridden him and I was sitting in my truck watching the cowboy unsaddle him and put him back on the trailer. And the rest of the video is Will and Allison Brown. First of all, talking about horse energy coming in to the collective, communicating with Will and Allison and the rest of us. And then they didn't even tell me they were going to do it, but they checked in with Hickory right after I went to visit him. So those 2 channelings are what's in this video. They were recorded November 2023.
So there's been a lot of horse energy going on with Will and I lately, between our friend Candace and an interview with a well-known horse trainer recently, and then our property, which is on a horse camp with a lot of horse riders. So it seems that this is purposeful. Can you talk to us about why we're intersecting so strongly with horses and where that might lead?
For it is to understand, and you have this awareness, but it is to understand this aspect of the horse energy, the wisdom that each horse carries into its existence. Yes, all animals carry wisdom about them. There are many that allow it to move from lifetime to lifetime. Similar as living past lives here as a human and then bringing that wisdom into your existence as you are once again in a human form. But you see here, it's a bit different. Not only are they drawing upon wisdom that they have accumulated for time, but the alignment to source is a bit different than most animals. This channel to the connection of source, the creator, is quite open. So this is why the animal will understand a human well before the human understands the animal, the horse. This is why, because this connection to source and understanding all of what has taken place in previous lives as far as wisdom, they read the human much quicker before they're even in presence, because it is understanding the human vibration and where it is, say, on a scale. And this is assisted through source. So even up to a mile away from that particular animal, that horse, if a human is to approach that horse, they know well before they're even present. So it is to understand this wisdom. It is to explore this wisdom. For this is coming into your awareness because there is an alignment that you are going to be taking on as far as horse energy. Not necessarily horses themselves, but the energy therein. And it is going to shift your trajectory just a bit. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
What is your name?
Hickory.
Hi, Hick. Can I call you Hick?
Yes.
Thank you for coming in to talk to me. I know that you don't know me.
No, I'm not quite sure what's going on. It's quite strange. I'm not sure. Is this a dream?
It's kind of like a dream. Your energy is with me, but your body is still back home.
Oh. Okay. Yes. Okay.
And I just wanted to ask you a few questions about the person that you met yesterday.
Oh, that's fine. Yes.
My name is Allison.
Oh, hello.
And you're here at the treehouse talking to us, and we so appreciate that.
Oh, it's fine. Okay.
So yesterday, a friend of mine by the name of Candace came to meet
yes.
you.
Yes.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
And you let her ride you.
Yes.
And she had a beautiful time with you.
Yes.
What was your experience about that encounter yesterday?
Oh my goodness. It was quite interesting because, well, even before I was introduced to her, there was, it was kind of like this little, I can't say breeze because it wasn't a breeze. It was like, I guess, kind of like like a little ripple. That's what it was. It was like if you rubbed my hair just the right way, I get a little ripple in my skin. It was kind of like that. There was this little ripple that I felt, and I wasn't quite sure where it was coming from. And then there she was, and she introduced herself, and she just stood there and looked at me, and I could just see there was something different, and I could feel myself like, my breathing and my heart, it just slowed down just a little bit. I just felt very comfortable and very, relaxed. So it was very nice.
Awesome. She loved meeting you, and she said you had the best personality ever.
Oh, thank you.
And you were very well trained, and she really enjoyed riding you.
Thank you. I don't know. I think a lot was her because it was like everything was just so comfortable. It was like seeing an old friend, but I've never seen her before.
Well, that's interesting. I understand that animals put out a call, an energetic call, to find their forever family.
Yes.
Have you been doing that?
I have, but it's interesting because there have been so many that have come around, and some are very comfortable, and some, they just are. But with hers, it just felt very, it was like an old friend, but I'm just not sure.
So you're not 100% sure if she might be?
I'm not, because I guess it's just because she was there, but then she was gone. So then it's all kind of confusing. I know that at some point I'll go home with someone, but I just don't know when that point is. So even though I know that I've been reaching out, this has happened before too, and so it's quite confusing. And I guess I don't want to get too excited, even though that's the one that it feels like. I just want to be careful because I want to make sure that everything lines up just the way it should.
That makes sense. Thank you, Hick.
Yes.
And you said you're not sure when you'll go home with someone, but my understanding is there's what's called an auction, and people can say that they prefer to take you home with them.
Yes.
And then there's a winner.
Okay.
And so the winner will be known tomorrow, is my understanding.
Oh, okay.
And so Miss Candace is hoping that it's her.
Yes.
But
that would be very nice, because again, there is something very interesting, because I can't say that enough. It was like an old friend.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
I'm so excited for you. At least that was a nice connection to be made.
Yes, absolutely.
So if Miss Candace gets to take you home
Yes.
to be part of her forever family,
Yes.
she lives on a big farm in Kansas with a couple of other horses.
Oh, that'll be
And a
wonderful.
donkey.
Yeah, oh, that'll be wonderful, yes.
And it's an easy, quiet life, she says.
Oh,
But
okay.
that she wanted you to know that you would do things together, like play dates or play days,
Oh, that would be wonderful.
team penning,
Oh,
which I'm not quite sure what that is. I don't know if
Okay.
you know.
I think so. Yes.
And then long solo trail rides.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I like just being out. I like just being able to go and just see a bunch of different stuff. So yes, I would enjoy that very much.
She also likes to do photographs with small children
Oh.
and interacting with children. Do you enjoy children?
Yes, they've been around a couple of times. Not very long, but yes, I think they're quite interesting.
Well, good. You seem to have the perfect personality and temperament.
Oh, thank you.
Do you tend to get along well with other horses?
Yes, I do, but it's. I don't know. Sometimes the other horses have a hard time getting along with me because I can be very gentle, but yet be very strong. And when I stand there, I'm going to stand and just hold my place. And sometimes the other horses don't like that. And I don't have to say anything. I don't have to look at them. And they don't care for that. So I guess I'll have to just be careful because I want to make sure, well, we all get along. But I just know that, well, if I need to be someplace, that's where I'm going to be. And, well, no one else is going to move me from that place for that moment. But that's just an adjustment, I guess.
Sure, and Miss Candace will help with that.
Okay.
She's curious if there's anything that hurts you or anything she can help you with. Does she need to know anything special about you?
Nothing, I don't think anything that she has to worry about. Tommy's a little upset at times. I think that's just because of all the different moving around and doing different things. But other than that, I feel fine. I don't see anything that would be of concern.
Wonderful. Are there any likes or dislikes?
Oh. Well, I like those times when it's nice and quiet and I can just relax to the point where, well, if I want to just, well, plop down, I can. And even if someone is around and they just enjoy that moment too, they can just lean up against me and we'll just sit there just for a moment. I like that. There's something interesting about that because I can just then be me, I guess. I don't have to be thinking about what's around or who's around. That moment, it's just for me and whoever else might be there. And it's just a nice, comfortable spot. I like, well, I can't say chasing things, but like being playful with things. Like, there was a particular, like, I guess you would say ball, and it's kind of fun kicking it around and just moving it around and watching it roll around. I like doing that. Dislikes. I don't know. There isn't anything that I can think of that I really don't like. I know. Here's a point. I don't think it's. I think it's just the way the who had me before. They'd put a saddle on me, and they thought it was fitting right, and I kept telling him it wasn't. I kept turning and nipping at him, but there's a little point right, just kind of in the middle of my back that doesn't settle right sometimes with the saddle. So maybe that's something to watch for. But I'll let them know. Yes, I'll let them know. I nip at it because I want them to move it. It's not very far. I just need them to move it just a little bit, and then everything's okay.
Wonderful. That's
Yes.
very helpful. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Miss Candace said that she's already been communicating with you.
Oh, yes.
Were you aware of that?
Yes, I could tell it was, that little ripple, that's what I felt. And then when she stood there, I could hear her just talking to me. I could hear her just wanting to introduce herself and make her, tell me all about her and all the other horses and the donkey and where she lives. She would tell me all these different things, and I really enjoyed that. And it seemed like it would be the place I want to be. But again, I'm just not sure. So I have to just, as much as I just want to turn around and go with her, I can't, and I have to just, wait. And it's a bit frustrating. But I know everything works out the way it should.
It does.
So.
And yes, and I wish you all of the best in terms of finding your forever family. I have one more question, if I may.
Oh, you sure? Yes.
So Miss Candace had a horse that passed recently by the name of Rio.
Okay.
And Rio's name contained the word paleface.
Oh.
Your full name is Paleface Ann Hickory.
Yes.
I wonder, can you look at the energetic lines between you and a horse named Rio? Are you able to tell if you were related to Rio?
No, I don't think directly. But I do see, yes, I do see another horse. It's kind of, it's not directly related, but I guess I don't know how you would say it. It would be like a little offshoot. But yes, it was part of, yes, I think it is part of the same lineage that I am, yes.
That's interesting. So I wonder if Rio, from the energetic space now, is influencing this encounter that you had with Miss Candace.
Oh, interesting. I don't know. It might be. It very well could be. But I wouldn't know what to look for.
I see. Well, I thank you for trying.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, Hick, is there anything else you'd like to say now that you have a human voice?
I just want to say this has been quite interesting. And this is kind of like how, when she was talking to me, how it kind of felt, where I didn't feel like I was quite there, but yet I was there. And there was all this conversation taking place, and I didn't have to say anything. And so, I don't know. Maybe we still can communicate this way. And it'd be quite interesting. And I certainly hope that everything works out the way it should. And that's where I'm supposed to be, because it sounds comfortable and very lovely.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
Well, Hick, it was such a pleasure connecting with you. Thank you so very much for talking to me today.
Oh, thank you.
So, as a little recap, that was a channeling by William Brown about horse energy, and a quick check-in with the horse Hickory just shortly after I drove down to Texas to meet him. Look for the Browns' contact information in the show notes if you're looking for a pet communicator. And stay tuned for the next episode where Hickory comes home. Thanks for watching. This is Candace Craw Goldman at quantumhealers.com.